Blake Lively might play Hollywood's sweetheart, but not everyone's buying it. From Scarlett's cold shoulder to Anna Kendrick's shade and Zendaya's side-eye, Blake's got a list of celebs who aren't exactly fans.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Here is the list of 10 celebs who dissed Blake Lively. 10. Scarlett Johansson. Let's rewind to 2008 when Scarlett Johansson was married to Ryan Reynolds. Yep, long before Blake came into the picture. Scarlett and Ryan were that glamorous Hollywood couple until things suddenly weren't so perfect. And right in the middle of all that, Green Lantern filming kicked off in 2010, starring none other than Blake and Ryan. According to people who were on set, you could feel the sparks between them. They were laughing at everything, always whispering to each other. Sounds harmless? Maybe, until you remember Ryan was still married and Blake was still dating her Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley. So what happened next? Oh, just a classic Hollywood timing twist. Just a few months after Green Lantern promo ended, Blake broke up with Penn and Ryan's divorce with Scarlett was official. Fans didn't need to do too much guessing. Ryan later said in an interview, "I knew I'd crossed a line somewhere," which honestly sounds like a fancy way of saying, "Yeah, I messed up." Scarlett never called out Blake by name, but she didn't hold back in one 2011 Cosmo interview either. When you're both actors, and one is getting more attention than the other, it's not easy. It becomes competitive, even if you don't want it to. Wonder who she meant. Fast forward to today, and it's safe to say Scarlett's not sending Blake any cupcakes. They've reportedly avoided each other at events ever since. One person even joked Scarlett's side-eye could crack a mirror. 9. Henry Golding. Now let's talk about poor Henry Golding. You probably remember him from Crazy Rich Asians. Charming, sweet, total gentleman. Well, when he joined Blake and Anna Kendrick on A Simple Favor, he wasn't quite prepared for the behind-the-scenes tension. Henry told E! News, "I was freaking out. I looked up to them so much, and then suddenly I was acting beside them." Cute, right? But it didn't stay cute for long. According to whispers, things were really weird between Blake and Anna, and Henry? He was stuck in the middle like a kid whose parents are silently fighting at dinner. While promoting the movie, he tried to act chill, saying, "Oh, everyone got along fine," but his nervous chuckle and darting eyes said otherwise. One reporter even commented he looked like he wanted to be anywhere but there. The tension apparently got so bad, Henry questioned everything he did. A crew member spilled that he kept asking, "Should I say that line again? Did I mess it up?" Honestly, he just seemed terrified of stepping on anyone's toes. Poor guy probably thought starring in a mystery thriller wouldn't come with this kind of real-life suspense. 8. Anna Kendrick. And now, there's Anna Kendrick. If you thought their characters were twisted in A Simple Favor, wait till you hear about the real-life vibes. Filming began in 2017, and right from the start, sparks were flying, but not the good kind. Rumor has it, Anna made a sarcastic joke about Taylor Swift, saying something like, "Her music's just a diary with beats." Sounds like a typical Anna-style jab, but Blake, she's Taylor's #1 fan. The mood changed real fast after that. From there, it turned into a full-on silent feud. One podcast guest who worked on set said, "Anna was clearly trying to be the star. She even argued over how much cleavage would show on the poster. No joke, Photoshop got involved." That's not all. In one BuzzFeed interview, Anna casually dropped, "I hated Blake that day. She made me wait an hour. We were all talking behind her back." She said it with a smile, but Blake's face froze for a second before laughing it off. Fast forward to filming the sequel, Another Simple Favor, which wrapped in April 2024. The selfies are all smiles, but don't let the matching outfits fool you. In a 2020 interview, Anna admitted, "I love the mute button. It saves lives." Translation, she probably muted Blake on Instagram a long time ago. 7. Leighton Meester. Time to rewind to Gossip Girl. Blake and Leighton Meester were the ultimate on-screen duo, Serena and Blair, queens of the Upper East Side. Off-screen? Not so much. They weren't throwing punches, but they weren't braiding each other's hair either. The drama started bubbling when the show hit its later seasons, and both wanted to be the star. According to a set insider, Blake was ticked because Leighton's wardrobe budget got a boost. She'd complain, "I'm the one with movies, why's she getting the better outfits?" Exec producer Joshua Safran spilled in 2017. They weren't friends, friendly, sure, but not like their characters. Apparently, their personalities clashed hard. Blake's all bubbly and loud, Leighton's quiet and reserved. By the end, they were dodging each other like exes at a party, and the cast had to pick teams. Leighton's never trashed Blake publicly, but her silence says it all.
I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
Everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
She's not exactly sending Christmas cards. 6. Kate Middleton. With Kate Middleton, things got messy in early 2024 when the Princess of Wales shared a family photo that had clearly been edited. People online were quick to point out how strange the photo looked, and Blake joined in on the fun. She posted a silly photo of herself, jokingly edited by a pool, and captioned it, "Now you know why I've been MIA, busy perfecting my Photoshop skills for Betty Buzz." Fans laughed, thinking it was just a harmless poke. But soon after, news broke that Kate had been dealing with a serious cancer diagnosis. That changed everything. Blake deleted the post and apologized on her Instagram story, saying, "I'm so sorry. I made a stupid joke without knowing the full story," wishing Princess Kate and her family health and healing. While Kate's side didn't respond publicly, people definitely felt Blake's joke went too far. Many said online that Blake should have waited before making fun of something so sensitive. It's one of those moments that probably still makes her cringe. 5. Penn Badgley. Penn Badgley, who dated Blake during their Gossip Girl days. They started out as co-stars and real-life sweethearts in 2007, but by 2010, things had taken a turn. When Blake started dating Ryan Reynolds shortly after, Penn was reportedly devastated. In a 2013 Elle interview, he admitted, "I was in a really dark place after the breakup. I didn't even have a real place to live for a while. That's pretty rough." To make things worse, he still had to act with her for several more seasons of the show. On Jimmy Fallon, in 2020, Penn joked, "6 years pretending to be in love with your ex? Yeah, that'll mess with your head." His wife, Domino Kirka, once said in an interview that when she first met him, he seemed like he was still healing. Penn never spoke badly about Blake directly, but his stories always hinted that their split left some serious emotional scars. And then there's Leonardo DiCaprio, Blake's short-term flame, in 2011. They dated for about 5 months, and during that time, they were seen everywhere, riding bikes in New York, sailing around Europe, and enjoying luxurious vacations. It seemed like a perfect match. But when Leo reportedly wanted something more serious, Blake pulled away. A source told Us Weekly she felt it was moving too fast. She wasn't ready to settle down. Leo didn't take it well. While filming The Great Gatsby, he would often stay in his trailer longer than usual, looking miserable. Director Baz Luhrmann was reportedly frustrated, telling him, "You need to focus. We're making a movie here." Things got awkward again in 2016 at a charity gala where Blake and Ryan were present. A source claimed Leo winked at her from across the room. Ryan noticed and wasn't thrilled. Later, in a 2019 interview, Leo was talking about Hollywood's obsession with image and casually said, "Some people are more worried about their image than real life." People couldn't help but think that was a little dig at Blake. 3. Zendaya. Zendaya and Blake had an awkward moment back in 2018 at a Michael Kors fashion show. Both were sitting front row at a Michael Kors fashion show alongside Emily Blunt. Everything looked glamorous until the cameras caught something strange. Zendaya gave a side glance that people thought looked icy, while Emily sat stiffly and Blake smiled like nothing was wrong. Clips quickly spread on social media. One user joked, "Zendaya looked like she was trying to teleport out of there." Others said the vibe was clearly off. Fans flooded Zendaya's feed, asking if something had happened. She responded on Twitter saying, "I was just watching the runway. Chill." Still, the moment left people wondering if Zendaya didn't really vibe with Blake's cheerful energy. It wasn't a full-on argument, but it didn't look super friendly either. Second, Brandon Sklenar. Brandon Sklenar, Blake's co-star from It Ends With Us, also had a few strange moments with her during the press tour. While doing interviews together, things got awkward fast. During one press chat, Blake jokingly asked him, "So what made you fall for me so easily on set?" Most actors would play along, but Brandon seemed uncomfortable. He paused and said, I can't say." When she nudged again, He laughed and added, "Honestly, I liked rehearsing with a mirror better. That didn't land well." Blake gave a polite laugh, but it looked forced. Some viewers picked up on the tension, saying it felt like there was more going on behind the scenes. There had already been quiet talk about cast issues, and this only added fuel to the fire. 1. Justin Baldoni. Finally, Justin Baldoni, the director of It Ends With Us. At first, he and Blake looked like a strong team, but during filming, things changed. Rumors said Blake kept tweaking the script, sometimes with advice from her husband Ryan Reynolds. This reportedly annoyed Justin. Then in December 2024, Blake filed a lawsuit against him, claiming he tried to harm her reputation and made her feel unsafe. Justin denied everything and stepped away from the sequel, saying, "Blake's ready to take the reins." It sounded calm, but many fans thought it was a polite way of saying he was done with the drama. One person even joked, "Forget romance. This movie needs a courtroom scene." Do you agree that Blake has picked issues with a lot of her co-actors? Let us know about your views in the comment section below. And for more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.